Hello, welcome back to my banking class. So, in the last class, we discussed about the definition of a customer, definition of a banker, and then duties of the banker, and then special functions of RBI. So, we end up with this six functions carried out by Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India is like a monitoring bank under which all the kind of banks like private bank, public bank, cooperative bank, all kinds of things comes under the Reserve Bank. In this class, we are going to discuss about yeah, important banking regulation, which is nothing but a Banking Regulation Act 1949. So, what are the special? There are so many special features. I mean, features are in this Banking Regulation Act of 1949. Here in this class, we are going to discuss some of the most important features in this act. So the Banking Regulation Act of 1949 is a legislation in India that regulates all banking firms in India. Passed as the Banking Companies Act, it is also known as Passing Companies Act 1949. It came into force from 16 March 1949 and changed to Banking Regulation Act 1949 from 1st March 1966. So initially from 1949, it was called Banking Companies Act, and then the name changed into the current one, which is the Banking Regulation Act in 1966, 1st of March. The what are the important features this provides are under which the commercial banking in India is supervised and regulated. The Act supplements the Companies Act 1956. Primary agricultural credit society and cooperative land mortgage banks are excluded from this act. So under this, almost all the banks are included. They except what is not included is agriculture, primary agricultural credit society and cooperative land mortgage banks. Okay, that's a bank which the farmers are dealing with. That one is a bank is excluded from this one. The Act gives the Reserve Bank of India the power to license bank, have regulations over shareholding and voting the rights of shareholders. So regulate the operations of bank. Okay, so the banks which comes under them, that's the Reserve Bank India. So it gives the authority to Reserve Bank to monitor, control, okay, and even vote the shareholders in the banking Reserve Bank of India. Supervise appointment of board and managing management. Okay, so they have the rights to appoint the board of management for the bank. Regulate the operations of banks, lay down instruction for audits, control moratorium, mergers and liquidations. So they also give this act also gives the RBI, okay, to lay instructions for the other banks. Okay, they can help in mergers. Mergers is a strategy, business strategy, where one bank will merge with the other bank. This happens among sometimes private bank. Usually one bank merge with the other bank in order to increase their resources, their capacity. Usually mergers are a strategy followed when there is a tough competition from foreign banks, like if you say uh, what do you say HSBC is a foreign bank. So what happens when these foreign banks are coming to our country, so the local banks may get affected, especially the private sector banks. So what happens, the local banks usually they merge together. Okay, so together, okay, so what happens, so that they have more resources and they can face the stiff competition from the foreign banks. Okay, so all these things is possible, okay, made possible and to the RBI bank, okay, under the guidance of RBI bank through this act. So issue directives in the interest of public good and on banking policies, imposes penalties for any penalties. So they have the rights to impose the RBI. Okay, so the important provisions we are going to see as per this act, which is called Banking Regulation Act 1949. So the use of words bank, banker, banking, or banking company. Section 7, according to the Section 7 of the Banking Regulation Act, no company other than the banking company shall use the words bank, banker, banking, or banking company. So, and no company shall carry on the business of banking in India unless it uses the above mentioned word in its name. So, if you are a private sector, a financial institution, okay, so if you don't comes under the RBI, your company cannot use the word banking, bank, or banker. Okay, and you cannot carry out such business similar to a bank. Okay, if you do, then what happens? The RBI has the right to sue your business. Okay, so according to this act, RBI has given, I mean, the act has given power to RBI, okay, to control the businesses, okay, which use a bank, banker, or banking and all. So second one is prohibition of trading. Prohibition means stopping. Okay. According to Section 8 of the Banking Regulation Act, a banking company cannot directly or indirectly deal in buying or selling or bartering of goods, but it may, however, buy, sell, or barter the transaction retailing to bills of exchange received for collection or negotiation. So what happens? So banking company cannot directly or indirectly, okay, they cannot buy or sell or barter means transact, exchange any goods. Okay, so that is according to this act. Third one, disposal of banking assets. That's any property belonging to a particular bank. Okay, this is according to the Section 9. According to the Section 9, a banking company cannot hold any immovable property. Okay, movable property, which is like furnitures, transport of bank and all those things. Here, immovable property like buildings, like building, land, and all those things. So a banking company cannot hold any immovable property, howsoever acquired, except for his own use for any period exceeding 7 years from the date of acquisition for thereof. So what happens? They can own if it is for their own use. Own use means the bank which it is operating, it can be a own building. Other than that, they cannot. Hold any property or land, even if they own. It's maximum 7 years from the date of purchasing that particular property, either it's a land or a building or whatever it is. Okay, so if they own, it should be only up to 7 years maximum from the date of purchase. That's the first class. Second class is that they can own only if the bank is being operated in that particular building. The company is permitted within the period of 7 years to deal or trade in any such property or facilitations of disposal. As mentioned earlier, if they buy, if any land or this thing, if they own, they have to, trade of sell it within 7 years from the date of purchasing. That's the third point. Fourth one is a management. Section 10, it is given in the section 10, states that not less than 51% of the total members of board of directors of a banking company shall consist of persons who have special knowledge or practical experience in one or more of the field. So what happens? The management of the management people in a bank states that according to the section 10, they states that less than 51 of the total percent of members of board of directors of banking company shall consist of persons who have special knowledge. Okay, people who are having special knowledge in the following area should comprises only of 51 percentage of the board of directors. That's a management team. Okay, so what are the field or area? It includes accountancy, okay, agricultural and rural economy, banking. People who are expertise in banking, cooperative, like cooperative society and all, economics, the field of economics, finance, law, okay, rules and regulation law, legal person. small scale industry. So all this 6, 7, 8 areas are given. So the board of director should be less than 51% from this area. Okay, so balance can be from the other field that comprises of the what do you say a banking one. So prohibition of charges on unpaid capital. A banking company cannot create any charge upon its unpaid capital, and such charges shall be void. So prohibit means again avoid of charges on unpaid any capital. So a banking company cannot create any charge upon its unpaid capital, and such charges shall be void. They should not charge anything against the unpaid capital. Capital is something like the money invested to start a business. The sixth one, restriction on payment of dividend. Okay, so payment of dividend means usually if you have like money in the bank in forms of like a fixed deposit and all those things, they pay either monthly or annual interest. So that is called the interest. Dividend is given to the shareholders, like how interest is given to the customers who are having uh, fixed deposit or something like that. Okay, so restriction on payment of dividend. So restriction means that they should avoid paying a dividend. So this is according to the section 15. So according to section 15, no banking company shall pay any dividend on its shares until all its capital expenses, including preliminary expenses, organization expenses, share selling commission, brokerage, amount of losses incurred, and other item of expenditure not represented by a tangible assets, so have been completely written off. In other words, banks are what do you say are uh, given instruction not to pay dividend until what happens, they pay all the expenses incurred by the capital. So what are the capital I mean expenses they are mentioned here? It's a preliminary initial expenses, organization expenses, that's a day-to-day expenses happening in the business, bank or organization, whatever it is. Share selling commission, if they're selling the share, then the commission expenses. Brokerage, okay, amount of loss they lost the bank and goes undergoes, okay, that is also is considered as expenses. Expenditure not represented by tangible assets. Tangible means any assets which we can like feel, touch. Okay, so anything the company owns, maybe a transport or electricity, all these things gives some kind of expenses. So they should not pay dividend to their shareholders. Okay, they can only liable to pay after they clear all the expenses. Okay, capital expenses which are given here have been completely written off. After clearing all this only, they are they are advised or they are instructed to pay the dividend to the shareholders. So this is the sixth one. So uh, we'll go to the next one. Okay, so those are the six regulations we have seen under the Banking Regulation Act. Again, just to recollect, use of word bank is the first one. Prohibition of trading, that's a section 8. Third one, disposal of banking assets, that's a section 9. And the who comprises of the management, that's a board of directors, that's a section 10. And then a prohibition of charges on unpaid capital, that is section 14. And according to the section 15, they should that's a restriction on payment of dividend. So the bank should only pay dividends to the shareholders only after giving away all the capital expenses, which includes so many things like commission of brokering, selling commissions, share selling commissions, brokerage, and all those things. So there are like 15, like they have included in this one. We discuss some of the six important provisions of banking regulation. Okay, Act 1949. So the next one is RBI credit control measure. Okay, so what is a credit control measure? Credit, that's a money given to the either to the bank which comes under them. Okay, so what happens for them to run the operation? That's a loan. It's a loan money given. That's a credit. So what are the ways? Okay, the money which is given as a loan to the customer will be monitored and controlled by the RBI, and when they will do. Okay, so this is very important because if a credit is not properly monitored or controlled, okay, by the RBI, the bank will give loan to the people under wrong circumstances or to the wrong people or at the wrong time. Okay, so that's very important. So if you give the loan to the customers at the wrong time at the wrong person, okay, so what happens? You may not able to collect back the loan, or sometimes this may end up in financial crisis to the bank. When the financial crisis to the bank, which is comes under the RBI, then what happened? RBI has a, what do you say, as a, I mean, uh, as a responsibility to manage the financial crisis. So it is more burden for the Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank of India has like two major method to control the credit. Okay, so that two major method is called a quantitative or general method. That's the first one. The second one is the qualitative or selective method. Okay, so under this there are different types are there through which it controls. So if you take into the first one, that's a quantitative or general method. So under that there are various classes like a bank rate, okay, and then open market operations, and then variable cash reserve ratio. Okay, these are some of the common under the quantitative or general method. If you see the second method, which is a qualitative or selective method, under this qualitative or selective method, margin requirements. What's the margin requirements? Credit rationing. Okay, so regulation of consumer credit. Okay, how much a bank can give credit to a customer. Okay, so that is a regulation. And then moral suasion. Okay, and publicity. So these are the some of the types under these two methods, okay, which we will be discussing in the next class. Okay, so for time being, okay, you have to understand that RBA plays a very important role in the well-being of a financial well-being of the banks which comes under them, as they are not only the bankers to the other banks. RBI is also a banker to the government sectors. Okay, RBI, Reserve Bank of India, represents the India when they deal with the International Monetary Fund (IMF). So we have seen in the last class how much important role they play in even printing the currency, in serving as a, what do you say, in serving as a bankers bank. The RBI is the bankers for the government people also. So all those duties and functions we have discussed in the previous classes. So in the next class we will be going thoroughly into RBI credit control measures, which comes in a two method, quantitative or general method. Another is a qualitative or a selective method. Okay, that's all for today class. We will meet in the next class under these topics, quantitative and the qualitative method. We will discuss in detail each and every type. Thank you. Thank you.